Sunday, ladies. How are you? How are you? I'm just getting all my things organized. I have so much to show you today. Good morning. It is beautiful and sunny and hot already here. I am excited to get outside later today. I wish it was on my deck, but it's not. The deck is not done yet. So anyway, I'll just give you guys all a minute to get in here and get all your things together. Good morning. Hi, Gail. Good morning. I have my fan on, so if you can hear a little bit of a hum, I have figured it out. Instead of having a box of Kleenex next to me to wipe my upper lip, I have put a fan in here, so I feel better. Hey, Kristen. Good morning. Morning, everybody. Good morning. Hey, Denise, Carrie, Linda. Hello. Hey, Jennifer. Another gorgeous day where you are. So, yes, for sure. No, gorgeous here there is not a cloud in the sky out there. I actually had to close my blinds to this direction because I had them and they're like those slotted blinds. And when I sat down, I was like, what's on my face? So I was like, there was something on my face and it wasn't. It was like the sun coming in. So it was like shadows of the sunshine. So I closed those blinds, but that window is open and beautiful. Morning from Calgary. How's it in Calgary today, Carrie? I got some videos of our horses yesterday, I guess, and it was beautiful. Super sunny. The horses were outside looking all shiny and beautiful. So that's awesome. I hope you guys are all ready for today. Got all your product out. I'm going to make one with you today. I'm not going to put photos on this one. I know the photos that I want, and I had to do a little digging for them. So I'll put the photos on after, but I'll post it when we're done. So this is our last Christmas in July layout. We have done so many Christmas projects this month. I'm so excited. Everybody has just been amazing. It's been so fun to see all the Christmas. I've gotten so many Christmas cards done. This Wednesday is still, we still have more Christmas cards to do this Wednesday, which is great. This is our last Christmas layout of the summer. So we are, good morning. Last Christmas layout. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to do another Christmas layout, but it's, and I also think I'm going to keep the tree up. So, but I won't have it on because August is going to be a little bit different. Hot in Calgary today. Awesome. I'm so glad for you guys. Good. Beautiful day in Calgary, Heather. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys deserve to have some really nice warm weather. Hey, Melinda. Hey, Mom. Hey, Marilyn. Good morning. Good morning. So, last Christmas layout, but we are going into August, and August's theme is going to be Summer Lovin'. So we are going to do everything summer. All my layouts, all my cards, everything is all going to be summer. So cards will be things like thinking of you, happy birthday, some really fun ones for friends, like things like you're beautiful, you're worth it, you've got this, things like that. So we're going to do that in August for our cards, and then all the layouts will be all summer themed. So camping and swimming and all of those things, vacations. So that's what we're going to do for August. You're not, Lindsay, you're not doing photos today either. They didn't jive. No worries. This layout is, what I love about this layout was I wanted to do something that was kind of in succession. So I wanted to see like the progression of the photos. So Alex here was starting the opening as present and kind of in the middle of, and then he'd gotten it, and then he was just so happy. So I have another one like this that I'm going to do of Emma opening an awesome gift that she was really wanting to. So it was kind of, the triangles were more like press the play button. So play and then push it, and then you kind of see the progression of your photos. So that was kind of the idea behind this. So yeah, I mean, you can use it for anything, obviously, but that was kind of the idea when I created this one. Good morning. Hi, everybody. I could decorate my tree with sunglasses, Lindsay. You're right. And I actually have a lot of pairs of sunglasses. I could make it a summer tree. Maybe that's what I'll do. That's giving me some ideas. Maybe I'll do that. Oh, excuse me. Hey, Lindy. Yes, Summer 11. You guys are going to have lots of photos for that. You and all your boat photos and out on the lake. So, yeah, it'll be super fun. So we'll start that next weekend. I have some things I want to show you first. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to talk about this for a second, but you'll be seeing if you follow all the social media, which you should be, and if you're not, you should. But I've been posting, I've been getting boxes and boxes of stock in, and I still have a whole bunch more that I'm waiting for. So I'm waiting for some things. So I do have kits coming, and I feel as though over the next 3 to 4 weeks, you're probably going to see 5 or 6 new kits come out, as well as some other fun things too. But what I've gotten in so far, I want to show you some of it today because it's awesome. Like, it's just awesome. I'm so excited about the new stock. So 2 things, not super fun, but totally needed. These are restocked. So my favorite 3D foam. These are by American Crafts. One is the squares and then one is the circles. So you get with the squares, 2 different sizes of squares. And I don't even know how many pieces they say that are in this. 192 small and 80 of the big of that one. And then my favorite out of the 2 though is the circles. And you get 165 of the small, 50 of the medium, I'm reading it off the back, and 60 of the big. So tons and tons. I ordered like a huge amount. I think like, I don't know, over 100 different between the 2 packs. So these are back in stock again. So if you need 3D foam, those are back on the website. Super excited. My hands are kind of have cream on them this morning. Super excited. But remember I was talking about the dotted Swiss cardstock. Good morning. Hi, ladies. Good morning. The dotted Swiss cardstock. So this is just 6 colors, but I got 30 colors. So I put all of these on the website for you last night. So they are there now. So if you've never used dotted Swiss before, can you see that? All the dots on there. It's a really fun texture and it's tone on tone. So it's the exact same color, but it gives you that little bit of dimension. So you're using just a cardstock for your base and you want just a little something extra. The dotted Swiss is really, really awesome to use that for. So anyway, there's 30 colors on the website right now. And then there's also some 8.5 by 11. So if you want to use it for cards as well, there's some 8.5 by 11. So they're all sold in the 10 packs. But they have been, I put them on, I finished loading them last night, I think around midnight, maybe 12:30. And I already had tons of orders in this morning for the cardstock. So I am going to continually carry it. But shipping is slow, so it's taking a little longer to get orders out of the US right now. So if you think you want some of this, you should go on there and get that before it is back ordered again. Okay, so that is all there. So 30 different colors of that, which goes really well if you guys had missed the Bella letters. So these are the puffy aria letters, and there's 15 of these, 15 different colors of these. This is just a snapshot of them. So these are just the one sheet. They're not like thickers where you get back and front. Bella Boulevard just does the one sheet here. So these Aria Puffies, these are really fun though, and they've got some really great, I know that I'd showed you in some of the other lives, they've got like the little hearts and things in them too. So those are on the website. Those are 15 colors. The Doodlebug cardstock letters, I still have some of those, but these just came in, which are super fun. Look at all of these new thickers. Look at them all. So much fun. I need thickers like I need a hole in the head. But thickers are not about needs, girls. Thickers are just wants. If you want more thickers, buy more thickers. Look at this. These ombre ones. So fun. Some of these are a restock. I have carried some of these before, but they sold out super quick, so I brought them back in. This is awesome. Like, these are fantastic. Look at these letters. So these, the first 2, they're like shiny and puffy. These are super fun. These are like an iridescent silver. I think you can see that. So those alphas. These I've had before, but they've sold out twice, so I brought them back in again. And here's the thing with American Crafts, they just sell them until they're gone. They don't remake them. So if I'm lucky enough to be able to restock, I can. So I got those ones again. These are super fun. Can you see the gold foil? And then they have like a mint color, I think you can see that, a mint color foam. So it's the gold foil on the mint foam, which is really fun. Fun for all kinds of things, but fun at Christmas too. These I've had before. These, and I have these in the black fabric too. They're called the doll thicker, but these are the white glitter. I don't know if you can see that glittering or not. So I have this in the black fabric and in the glitter. These are fun. I haven't carried these ones before. These are gold puffy as well, like gold foam. And then the back. Those are fun, hey? You need more ease. Oh, I know. There's never enough ease. I totally agree. These I've carried before. Same thing though. I've sold these out a couple of times. So I brought these back in. And I think there's a ton of these. I got boxes of thickers. So these are similar to the doll. They're called Fitzgerald, but they are they're all capitals and they're the gold glitter. So everyone needs gold glitter in their life. These we've carried before, but I've sold these out a couple times. So these are back in stock. The right here ones. So these are like a shiny, kind of a thin puffy. These I've carried tons. I keep restocking them, and I'm going to keep restocking them until American Crafts doesn't have any more. These are just great for anything. They've got a really good mix of upper and lower case, and they're just a black foam. They're called the Twilight Thickers. And then these are fun. I haven't carried these before. These ones are a shiny puffy as well. So anyways, those are all on the website right now. So you can grab those. Yeah, and then the other ones, like I said, I'm just waiting for couple more collections to put some kits together, but I've got some really fun things, some things from a couple of the American Crafts companies. They're not American Crafts, they're some of their, American Crafts is the parent company. But crepe paper, tons of simple stories. I've got a lot of simple stories coming in. 3s backwards for ease. Yeah, Lane, totally. You can for sure do that. And some fonts are easier to do that with than others. The other thing, you know what else I've done too, is I've taken the line, the top of a capital F, and you take the top and you just snip the top off and you just shove it up underneath the bottom. And a lot of times, depending on what the thicker is made out of, you can get away with that. So that's kind of fun too. Yes, 3 backwards for ease. Totally. Different effect. Doesn't always fit, but it does a lot of the time. So that's a great idea. So yeah, so lots of stock on the website, lots of fun things. I do have more cardstock. I just didn't get a chance to get it all up. It actually takes a really long time to get all of that cardstock loaded on the website. So I'm going to work again tonight to get the other colors up. The other colors are still a texture, but they're not a dotted Swiss. So they're some Basil and some American Crafts. And those will be going up as well. Black and white and craft, I'm telling you girls, I have like 400 sheets that are back ordered in each of those colors. So I do have black and white and craft and some other, but not just like the very plain classic cardstock. So they're back ordered. They've been back ordered for weeks and weeks. And there must be some kind of a run on them. So anyway, but I will load those when they get in as well. So let's get started on this layout. So I've got most of my things pre-cut, but I want to show you how I did this triangle. So we started, I'm just going to do this all with you. There's no need to go through it 2 times. I'm just going to go ahead and do it together once because it's super easy, but we'll just go through and cut it together. So I'm just going to use this cardstock just to show you how I cut my triangles. But you're using a cardstock for your base. And then this one I used just 2 patterns. I used the back and the front of just the 2 patterns, so a double-sided. But on this one that I'm doing with you today, I'm actually going to show it with 4 different patterns. So I flipped them all. So I'm going to do the 4 different patterns on this one. So you can do it however you like. Or you could do all one pattern. You can do whatever you want. But all I did with these triangles, start with a 6x6 paper. This isn't 6x6, so I'm going to cut it down to 6x6. So whatever you're working with, whatever patterns you're working with, you need 4 pieces. They can be the same, they can be 2 different, they can be 4 different, whatever you want. but you need to start at 6 by 6 to start. So I'm just going to cut this down and create one 6 by 6 square. I'm not gonna do it 2 times for you. Okay, so 6 by 6 square, super easy. And then what I want you to do is you're just going to go ahead, I'm going to hold this up to show you. You're going to put your square in on the diagonal like this. Okay, so you want your one of your points into the groove at the bottom and one into the groove at the top. So right on your cut line, line up your 2 points. Okay, so you're just going to put it in your trimmer like this, and you're going to cut it in half on the diagonal. Okay, that's going to give you your 2 triangles. So these are they're about 8 1/4 when you go on this measurement from point to point, a little over 8 3/8. So that's all you're going to do. So do that 2 times, just so that you get 4 pieces of whatever patterns you want. Okay, so that's how you're doing that. Once you've got those, you can sand them if you want, do whatever you want to them. Ink the edges, however you like to do it. I'm going to set these 2 little guys aside. But then what I did, before I put them down, I don't know if you can see it, I'm going to hold the layout that I've done up close. Can you see this red strip right here? So this is an additional piece that we're going to cut and put on. And I cut this pattern paper. I used the same pattern on all 4 pieces, no matter what the actual triangle pattern was. And then I did a border punch. So mine is very tiny. So I cut it to 8 1/2 was my length that I cut to. Okay, so 8 1/2, these are the ones I'm going to use today. So 8 1/2. But I started with a piece that was a 1/2 inch by 8 1/2, so 1/2 inch wide, and then I put it in my border punch, and now I'm down to 1/4 inch wide. So it really just depends on what you want to do with it. If you want to border punch it, if you don't want to border punch it, and if you do want to border punch it, the width is going to depend on what border punch you use. So mine is just a really small multi-size scallop. So that brought it down to 1/4 inch. So it really doesn't matter what you want to do. That's just going to change the width of the piece that you put on the end. Okay, so you're going to start with 8 1/2. I'm going to show you how I cut it down after, but you start with 8 1/2. I started with a 1/2 inch by 8 1/2, and then I border punched all 4 pieces. Okay, so you've got your 4 triangles. That's what you want to get to, and then you also want to get 4 of the same color pattern that works with the patterns that you're using, 8 1/2 long by whatever wide, right? So mine ended up being 1/4 inch wide by the time I was done. But that is totally up to you. And then I didn't do anything else to it. Okay, so all I'm going to do, I did sand the edges of these guys. I didn't sand the long edge because I'm actually going to adhere this to that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pieces and I'm going to use my metal tip and I just hit something and I'm not sure what I hit, and it doesn't really matter, but I did hit something and something changed. So if something changed on your end, let me know. I don't think it did, but so then I'm just going to take my metal tip because it's nice and precision, right? So nice and tiny. I'm going to put a little glue line on there. And I'm going to just go ahead and adhere these right to the edge of my triangles. Okay, so you just want to make sure that you're coming right to the edge, and you will have a little bit of overlap. I'm going to show you that in 2 seconds. Okay, so you can see at the ends I've got a little bit of an overlap. It's actually not a very good, there we go. So you can see I've got these little pieces sticking up. So all I'm doing is I'm just going to take my scissors. You can do it in your trimmer, but you don't have to. It's just tiny. And just go ahead and lay it on your hand. Use your finger behind just so that you're not slipping and cutting your triangle. And you're just going to cut that little piece off. Okay, so just cut that little end off. So then you're back to your triangle again, just like that. Okay, super easy. But then, because I sanded these two, like these 2 outer edges, I'm going to go ahead and just hit my sanding block, and I'm just going to gently add a little bit of a sand to the edge, and then that way it matches the other ones, just like that. So you need to do that to all 4 pieces. Okay, so you started with your 6x6 squares. You cut them in the diagonal so that you've got them like this, 4 of those, and then the other 4 pieces, mine ended up being 1/4 of an inch by 8.5, but I started with a 1/2 inch, then I border punched, do whatever you like, adhere them to the bottom, the long edge of your triangle, and then snip your edges off. Okay, so go ahead and just do that to all 4 pieces. I'm going to do that right along with you. Oh my God, can you hear I was talking about this the other night, if you could hear my stool squeaking. I really need to deal with it, but I have 672 other things on the go right now, so I haven't changed out my stool, but I really feel like I need to. I mean, I could just, tighten it or oil it or something, but it's actually not the most comfortable stool. It is my favorite stool that we own. I love it. It is, those old school ones where everybody's grandma had, and the bottom had the little step folds underneath, or then it comes out, and it's just the 2 little steps. Scott's mom and stepdad had one recovered for me, an old one, and they did it in like a black, kind of like a black faux leather vinyl, and I love it. It's my favorite. It's favorite stool that we have, but it's actually just not the most comfortable for for sitting here for as long as I do. But I use it so much that it now squeaks. But it is my favorite. Okay, 2 down. How are we doing? You guys are getting this done? Here's my challenge. Figure out cards for Wednesday that use the other half. Oh, that's a good challenge. That's a good idea. I will work on that. We'll see what I come up with for you. Here now. Oh, hey, Trina. Nice to see you. A puppy roundup. Yes, you are busy with your puppies. Michelle, I was trying to figure out what I clicked, but Michelle, it says I've pinned your comment of good morning with the wave. I don't even know how I did that. And it won't unpin. So I don't even know what that means on Facebook. I don't know what it means to pin a comment on Facebook. But anyway, I pinned your comment. I pinned your good morning without even knowing. So you're getting all 4 of those done, getting your little edges on. Sand them off if you want. Trim off your ends. And then we'll stick them down. So I loved seeing, I posted a little bit ago, I think sometime within the last week, asking just with a picture of the layouts that I've gotten done since we started doing, since we started meeting every week. And I've loved seeing your comments. Some of you have gotten so many layouts done. I feel like it was one of the Lisas, and excuse me for not being able to remember which one it was, but had done 200 layouts, which is incredible. I've done, at the time, I think I had 54, I think, and now I think I'm at 60, 59 or 60. And cards, I'm almost 20 cards, which I think is fantastic, because I would not have normally had so many Christmas cards done, obviously, at this point. But lots of things done. It's been so fun. I'm loving doing this, and I'm for sure not interested in stopping anytime soon. So we'll definitely just keep going. But I've got lots of other classes and things on the go. For those of you, lots and lots of you have signed up for the 5 doubles, which is going to be so fun. So that is in August on the 16th. If you haven't signed up for that, you need to sign up for that. That's going to be super fun to get 5 doubles done in one class. We're not doing any singles. But if you're a single girl and you don't love doing a ton of doubles aren't my thing. I don't love doubles for the most part. I do them every once in a while. But I have a lot of ladies that are big double fans. So I know you guys are excited about that. But if you didn't want to do them in doubles, you could just do 10 singles, and then you'd have 10 layouts done. So 10 layouts for $25, that's a good deal. So we're going to do that on the 16th. That is open. That registration is open. $25. And I think we're probably going to be together about 3 hours. I said that the time, I said ish on the time. I think we may be an extra 15 or 20 minutes or so. But if you get a chance and you want to join us. And also too, I do have some ladies that aren't able to come that day, but I'll send out the instructions and a process video the following week as well. Yes, Lisa O'Brien. That's who I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember which one of the Lisas it was. You've done over 200. That's amazing. It's okay. You don't need to be behind or ahead or on track or whatever, just as long as you're having fun doing it. Yeah, Kendra, that's the thing. Lots of ladies don't know if they're going to be home that day or able to join us in person. But you will just, the following week, within the first couple of days, I'm going to do a process video for it. I haven't done the other one, actually. I'm going to do that probably the next day or so. I'll tell you why I haven't done any more videos in the last couple of, well, probably about the last 2 weeks or so. Because during the day with the deck out here, it is loud, like so loud. I mean, like they're building. So it's so loud. So I cannot do any videos during the day. I'm not a big fan of voiceovers. I tend to, and maybe I'll start doing voiceovers at some point. I don't know. I've done some. I don't love it. I'd rather just have it be authentic and teach it the first time. So I can't do it during the day. And then, to be honest with you, they start work so early. I am so exhausted by the end of the day that I just don't feel like doing videos at like 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night. So I might have to just do that anyway. So, because they're not done and they're not going to be done for a couple more weeks. But anyway, that has nothing to do with anything other than if you're not going to be here on the 16th, do not worry. You will get the instructions emailed to you, and they're in the scrap sheets. So like the scrap sheets that I post, that's how the instructions are done. So you get the sketch, what you need, and the instructions and the color layout, and then I'll send you the process video as well. So you can totally register and just make a note and let me know that you won't be there. Okay, I think that answered. Oh, I answered it before you finished sending. That's funny. Look at how on top of everything I am. I totally just threw my glue away. 2 seconds. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I've got my cardstock. I'm going to use a white one. And then I've got my 4 pieces, right? So you should have all your 4 pieces ready. I'm going to go and put these 2 strips down first. So these are top and bottom. So on this video, good grief, all this video top. On this layout, I just did the gold washi. I did do this on cardstock first, and then I did adhere it on after. Just like I've said before, some of these washes are a little bit thin, but that's just a little 1/2 inch. So I did a gold washi at the top and the bottom on this one. But on this one that I'm doing with you today, I'm actually going to use this multicolored stripe that goes really nicely with the patterns that I've picked. So just a 1/2 inch by 12, 2 of those, 1 at the top and 1 at the bottom. So you can go ahead and do that. If you want to use washi, sticker strips, whatever you want to do. You want a border punch. These are your layouts, right? Do whatever you want. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to adhere these 2, 1 at the top and 1 at the bottom. Kind of have just a little something visually at the top and the bottom there. So I'm going to do that on my bottom and one on my top. When do I plan to email the layouts? So Melinda, every time I open up a workshop, the dates are all in the registration. So when you go to any workshop, anything that's live, anything that's coming up, it'll say when I'm emailing out. And for these live classes, I always email your instructions to you on the Tuesday before. It's only 5 layouts, so I'm not going to give you 3 weeks like a 20 layout workshop. So when I do my 20 layout workshops, you get 3 weeks to pack your kits. For these 5 layout workshops, I give them to you on the Tuesday before. So the dates are always in the body when you register. So if you're looking for dates, and then I email out the Zoom classroom information on the Friday before. So this class is on a Sunday, so you'll get the kit instruction booklet. That'll come out on the Tuesday before, and the Zoom email will come out on the Friday before. And that's always, 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 you'll always find that in the registration information, the description on the website. So that is there. But you know what? They're 5 double layouts. If you, at the end of the day, you can be starting to get photos kind of planned or whatever. You guys can do that without the instructions. You can have an idea of what you want to work with before. if you're needing to kind of have a little more time to pre-plan, but that's when they come out. So Tuesday before. Nothing beats live interaction. I know, Kendra, but yeah, no, I'd love to have you in class, but if you can't be there, you can definitely watch it. You can watch a video. You can watch a video and do it with the scrap sheets. So that is an option. So that's where you're at, just like there, top and bottom. So then you can start layering out your triangles. So these are just centered, girls. So it's up to you whether you want to be like me and do a little measuring, but you just want to start with one. And if you are wanting a measurement, I will tell you, but it is centered top to bottom, but I'm going to tell you kind of what it is. It is roughly, it's not quite 2 inches because these are 8 3/8 at the point. It's not quite 2 inches from the top and the bottom. If you're looking for, and it's not 1 3/4. It's about one, yeah, about 1 3/4 ish. So just start with your first one. Okay. So center that so that your tips are centered top to bottom and right at the edge. Okay. Right at the edge of your base. And then the measurement as I'm layering them, I'm going to tell you because I did keep them so just like that. There's your first one. You see? How big did I make my top and bottom strips? Mine are 1/4 of an inch, Lindsay, but you can do them whatever. You have the room, right? You can see that you've got the room. So if you wanted them 1/2 inch or if you wanted to border punch them, you could do that too. Okay, so there's your first one down. Then your second one, I kept these a little over, they're about 2 inches apart. So you can see here, I'm just going to show you. So they're about 2 inches. And the reason that I did that is that I wanted to still be able to see some pattern paper in between the photos. So these photos are small, obviously, they're 2 by 3. So my mats are on this one are 2 by 3, and then my photo is 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. That's how I did this one. This one that I'm doing with you today, I made my mats 2 1/4 by 3 1/4, so that my photos are going to be 2 by 3, and then my bigger one at the end is going to be an actual 3 by 3, whereas on this one it's 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, so when you're putting these down, you're about 2 inches apart to give you some room so that you can still see the pattern that you're working with. Okay, so then you can just start layering the rest of them. Okay, you can go ahead and get those ones down. But you also could change your photos too, girls. You don't have to use the small ones if you don't want. I just really wanted to see the actual effect of doing these triangles, right? So I wanted to make it look like I'd pressed play. That was kind of the idea. So just make sure that you're straight and your triangles are lined up like your tips. So that's what I've got like that. And then just keep going with all of them. Yes, lots more room. Yeah, you betcha. Okay, so keep going with all 4 of your pieces. Get your triangles all laid out. I'm using my glue on these things, but remember, girls, we don't want to use glue on our photos, right? So try to use glue on the paper-to-paper portion, but always try to go to an easy runner for your photos. Try not to use a liquid product on your photos if you can help it. Okay. Here we go. Okay. There, just like that. Okay. Get all those down. Oh, I think you can, I'm feeling my fan blowing my hair. I always say I'd love to have hair like Beyonce wears with a fan, and the fan's always blowing and your hair's always blowing. I just will say I feel so good that I'm nice and cool. Like I sort of feeling like I was totally melting the first few weeks there. Not complaining, but I like to feel a little cooler than I was for sure. Okay, so I've got my mats pre-cut. I raised all these photos, girls. Some here. So I raised all my photos. Well, I raised the mats. I put the photos flat on the mats. These ones, of course, don't have photos on them just yet. But I'm going to go ahead and put these down because I know where I want them. So I can get all my foam on there. And for like these little ones, I'm just doing 4 of the little circles, all 4 corners. As you get bigger, like the 3x3, I'll probably put one in the middle for good luck. But I just usually do all 4 corners. You know what else actually I use the dotted Swiss for? Total side note that I was just thinking as I was doing these is mats. The dotted Swiss looks so good as photo mats because you can see the dots are small enough so you can see them around the photos. So that is fun for mats as well. So same thing as always, whenever you're doing something that you've got lots of photos and you want like a special spacing between them or you want to be really particular, I always put them upside down first, get them where I want them, and then flip them over one at a time. So that is what I'm doing here. Okay. So how are you doing? Coming along? Everyone's getting everything stuck down? Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Good morning. I am just sticking all these mats down here, and then I will pick this up and show you where I'm at. So this week, if you all post your layouts, remember you can post them on your Instagram and tag the Making More Memories Instagram, the business Instagram, not my personal one, the business one. You can do that for your entry, or you can post in the comments on the business Facebook page, the Jennifer Edwardson Creative Inc. You can post right on that business page in the comments of any post relating to this week's Facebook Live. Or you can post in the Facebook group that we started for you guys. So I love that you guys are all posting lots in there. It's so fun. It's becoming such a fun little community. Everybody's so positive with each other and excited for seeing all your projects. It's fun because then everybody gets to see your take on everything too, right? So you get some new ideas, and so you can post in there as well. And this week I actually have an alpha prize for you. So alphabet letters, I've got letters that will be mailed out to you. So that is a great prize. Last week was another $10 gift card for my store. So yeah, so I get those in by noon on Wednesday, and I'll make the draw, and we'll see who wins this week. Okay, that's where I'm at. Just like that. Okay, so straight across. And there's your lots of room for your photos. How much spacing? Is there, I overlapped the triangles and I did about 2 inches. So 2 inches from the edge of each triangle. So there's 2 inches in between all of these guys. And then for the photos, these ones are a little bit smaller. So than the ones I did today, the space in between the photos in inches is about 3/4 of an inch on these ones. And then today though, because I did my mats 2 1/4 by 3 1/4, I actually only have a half inch in between those. So just like that. Allison, you guys are all together scrapbooking. Hi, hey Stephanie and Allie and Jerry, that's amazing. Oh, I hope you're having so much fun. Well, I know you're having fun. That sounds like such a great weekend. So fun. I would love to be doing that with you guys one day. Maybe when travel resumes and nobody is getting sick every time they go somewhere, I'll be able to come down and we can do that one weekend. That'd be so fun. So fun. Okay, how are we doing on this? We're good? Are we good? Because the rest of this is just embellishing. So I took the opportunity to just do my journaling right at the top here. So I just did my my journal lines right on the cardstock and did my journaling up there. Oh, and this is actually really funny. So I did this and I have my title. So obviously I have my year. I used my Doodlebug Gold. They're so nice, the gold foil Doodlebug cardstock stickers. So I did this one, I put the year up, and then I put my title underneath and did all my embellishing. So I've got all these little enamel dots and little chip circles and things on here. And I showed it to Alex because this was a big deal, him getting his Xbox, because we didn't do gaming systems. He was literally, you know how kids say, I'm the only one, all my friends have it. He literally was the only one that we knew that did not have a gaming system. So he actually didn't get his gaming system until he was 12, I think, 12, which isn't late, but it sure was in his circle of buddies. But anyway, so it was a really big deal. He was super excited and all the things. So anyway, I was going back and I printed out these photos, put it all on, titled it, whatever, and I was so excited. I was like, oh, Alex, look. I did this layout for when you got your Xbox for Christmas. And he's like, oh, Mom, that's great. That's awesome. I love the layout. And he's like, but it was 2018. And I was like, what do you mean it was 2018? He's like, no, it was. And he's like, because remember earlier in the year, this happened, blah, blah, blah. And he had like a whole timeline. So is Dad, because I didn't remember. And I'm the one that printed out the photos. I even looked at the date. So anyway, but I had already done it and I had already photographed it. So whatever. I'm just going to pop that 7 off. I'm going to put an 8 in there. At least I hadn't drawn the date onto the page. It would have been a great opportunity for a sticker. But anyway, I thought that was really funny that he remembered. He just looked so young. I don't know. I totally got caught up. Missed the date. But anyway, so that's all I did for my embellishing. So really great spot for you to go ahead and put a nice title. So that's where all these new alphas. So you could use the Doodlebug ones. You could use the Bella Boulevard, the new Aria ones. You could use some of your thickers to do a nice title, top and bottom of your main photo there, and get some of those enamel dots. There's lots of enamel dots in the shop, and there's lots more coming. Oh, you know, the other thing that's coming, I ordered a ton of, because you guys have been asking, is washi tape. So I have a huge washi tape order coming as well. So you'll see that coming too, which is going to be really, really fun. All different patterns, all different colors, things for you to add to your stash so that you can use them on your layouts. So I'm not going to put photos on this right now. I'm going to do this after, but I think that that's it. The only other thing I wanted to tell you, so we've got all the new product, we've done through the layout, we've got the five layout class that's open for registration on the 16th. And because I have all of these new kits coming, I have just a handful of kits left on the site. There's, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 different ones. But there's only a couple of each of those. So the first 5 people that make an order that has a kit in it, you will be emailed a code for a $10 off of your next order. So first 5 ladies today that make a purchase that includes one of the current in-stock kits on the website, I will email you a code for $10 off of your next purchase, okay? And you have several months to use that. So, but you're not going to want it. It's not going to take you long, because as soon as these new kits come in, you're going to be using that. So first 5 orders today with a kit in it, you'll get a $10 off your next order coupon. And I will email that to you. So this is it, girls. This is where we're at. This one didn't take long at all today, hey? So there you go. Just super fun. Get some fun photos on there, telling a little story. Right? Progression of something happening. Did I miss any questions? I don't know if I missed any questions. I'll put this up. I'm going to have a quick peek. Hey, Donna, thank you. Got the strips. Yeah, oh, no worries. You missed that when you're registered. No worries, Melinda. No, I'm glad you asked the question. I'm just going to go back up here real quick and make sure that I didn't miss anything. If I did, ask me again. I think I got it all. Today, I'm actually going out and my parents are coming over, and they are helping us. We are cleaning off what is left of our old deck, because they're building us a new mudroom in part of our deck. We're doing a bit of an addition onto the back of the house. So we're going to spend the afternoon doing that, and it's hot, so I think we'll go for a swim after, which will be really fun. Kendra, can you delay shipping and to combine with the new stuff? Oh, you mean like to wait until all of the new comes in? You can if you want, but I'm talking it's probably gonna be 2 or 3 weeks before those other kits are up. So I've got lots of stock starting now. So it's totally up to you. If you want, just make a note when you order. And I can totally set that aside if you want, if you're wanting to make sure that you grab some things before they sell out. For sure. Just make a little note in the thing. I'm easy, you guys. I'm totally willing to work with you guys. Whatever makes it easier for you. Okay, so I think that's it. That's all I've got. Okay, new product. First 5 get a coupon. 5 layout class on the 16th is open for registration. Summer Lovin' is coming starting next Sunday, so we're going to have lots of summer layouts. So think about all of your camping and your swimming and your lake and your boating. Get those pictures all ready to go. And yeah, but Wednesday though, we're gonna do Christmas cards. One more night of Christmas cards before we move into some all occasion cards. Okay, so if you have a great weekend, thank you for joining me this morning, and I will see you on Wednesday at 7 PST, and then again next Sunday for some more layouts. Okay, I hope you guys have a really great day. Stay cool wherever you are, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye.